Hey guys, how's the vibes today? This is the Plan C podcast here with me, Stoic Lotus, Cameron, and my boy
Colin at Colin Hamilton on Instagram.
Yeah, today we're going to be doing the part 2 of the whether it is better to be liked or respect discussion. Should be cool.
Is it liked or respected, or is it more respect?
Well, I would say it's more respect, but
We'll dive in.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Anyways, please follow us on plan_C_podcast on Instagram
So
and
polite.
Twitter. And also we're on Patreon. So if you wanna give us a little something
Little
for the
Christmas gift.
Little Christmas, little red envelope, you feel me?
We'd really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, it help us pick up some production costs around here, because ours are certainly low. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
currently. But yeah, please follow the podcast. We're also on YouTube now. If whatever you ever want to listen
Stitcher,
to.
Google Podcasts, Anchor, Apple,
We on the
Spotify. We are there.
We on the shits.
Just wanted to say to everyone, because this episode will be coming out on the 26th, I believe. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. I hope everyone has a great holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones. If you celebrate by yourself, good for you. Hope
Merry Christmas,
you
my
had
nigga.
a great holiday, and hope 2020 brings great things for everyone who listens.
Yeah.
But nothing for nobody who doesn't listen, because
Yeah, exactly.
they're not,
I was gonna say that.
because then they're not on the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not on the vibes.
not on the vibes.
You're not on the right vibrations, my niggas, bro.
Get wavy.
Get wavy.
All
Anyways,
right,
let's get into it.
let's get into it. Okay, so we kind of last week we talked about whether it's better to be liked or respected. And I think a good place to pick up from that is talking about what you personally feel it means to be respected, or to have somebody respect you. Like, are there different levels to it for you, to
Well,
do it?
I
Are there
think-
different levels to it for you?
I think even before that, we should probably kind of speak about what category we're talking about in terms of what relationship, because we could be talking about a business relationship.
I think we can go into multiple different. I at a base level. Let's start at a base level.
at a base level.
In
what
your
is it?
opinion, what does it mean to respect, someone or something, at a base level?
I think it usually means to.
No. Your.
Oh, my definition.
Your definition, not what you think it means. What you like, what your thing is, off the top of your head. 1, 2, 3, go.
I would say it's usually when people are willing to listen to your opinions and your decisions and treat them as something equal to, if not greater than, their own.
I got you.
That's usually what I would consider respect. And also, obviously, as an individual, seeing you as an individual, basically, rather than seeing you as just
Yeah,
a random person.
I got you. No,
How about you?
I'm gonna go a little deeper on what you said, because I do agree that kind of treating another person as you would want to be treated, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's at the base of it, right?
For sure.
And unless you're a fucking asshole and you want to be treated like a god, I think most people respect others.
I think.
I mean, you respect a stranger's space.
Yeah.
You hold open doors. I assume you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's respectful.
Yeah, there's a base level of respect that you give, that most people give towards
that's just
even
inherently
strangers.
in us.
Yeah.
I'm I say this as a New Yorker who is sometimes avoids my neighbors because I'm wearing my sound canceling headphones, and I'm like, nope, I don't want to talk
Well,
to
the
you.
thing is, like, the strangers respect, like, if respect for strangers can be.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean stranger. Did I say stranger? I meant to say neighbor.
Yeah, you said neighbor. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
But respect for strangers, like, is also something. I feel like the less you've known someone, the easier it is to, like, raise or lower how much respect you have for them. Like those initial moments. Like, if I see someone walking slow on, like, 3rd Avenue, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you lagging your feet for? You useless caterpillar. I'm gonna stomp on you. You know what I mean?
You slag.
Like that's like that easy. Like someone like or like people that are like 3 people in a row on a sidewalk.
Oh, that sucks. Sucks. They're not respecting other people's space.
Exactly. That's an easy drop kick to the back of the neck. You feel me?
Like, come on, guys. 2 by 1.
Come on. Like, really? Like, and you know I'm fucked up because I'm like, even if there's a kid and they're like 2 people and they're holding a kid, I'm like, yeah, but I don't care about you.
Do that in the park.
I don't care about you. Get the fuck out the way. You know? I don't know.
And to people who think Cameron is actually saying this, he's not.
No, I'm exaggerating.
He just it's annoying when you're walking towards somebody and they're taking up the entire sidewalk. So I now have to stop walking and turn sideways so you can pass me.
No, the annoying part
and you have like no awareness of what you're doing.
The part that annoys me is that people think they have the privilege to take an entire block because of sidewalk, because of whatever reason. Because if you think you have a kid, because of whatever, I don't care. I just because you're putting your own feelings and your own like how comfortable you are over other people without thinking about it.
But I don't even think that it's. I think it's more an awareness thing.
It is an awareness thing. But I mean, if you're not aware, then that's what you're doing. You're unconsciously doing that.
I get annoyed in my own family when we're walking on the sidewalk and we're taking up a ton of space and I see someone trying to get around us. I'm like, guys,
you're basically unconsciously saying my space is more important than yours.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like it. And that's respect.
That is respect.
Yeah.
I think another level kind of on that in any relationship is kind of the respect to communicate, to have the level of respect for someone where you communicate enough.
So is this in peer-to-peer more, would you say?
Peer-to-peer, business relationship, romantic, whatever, you know? I think that, you know, like a boss who, like, is an okay boss and then, like, suddenly gets a new job and he doesn't tell his employees and then he's just gone, you know? That's, like,
for sure.
Yeah. That's tough. You like
that's disrespectful.
Why do you not communicate that down the line to all of your employees who have like been soldiers for you?
Well, it just means it shows that you don't care. I mean, to an extent. It's just what it means. Yes, it does. It means that to them you're not important enough to tell.
Yeah, I mean,
how else can you say it?
I also think there's also a level of, you know, exposing yourself to vulnerability.
Oh, for sure.
And you have to trust in the other person, you know, to get there.
Well, in a way,
to show that.
But I think in that scenario, it's really like, do they find you important enough to update you? I mean, or are they too consumed with their own problems, in which case they're also basically saying, my problems are more important than even just texting you whatever fact it is. Yeah. So that's...
Yeah.
Honestly, like, there are a lot of times where we give people the benefit of the doubt when they fuck up.
Yeah.
Or when it's like, oh, they're dealing with something, so we give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you really, like, read into a lot of those situations... It's people essentially going, my problems are more important than anything right now. And that's like, and you can say everyone has that right, but it does mean in those moments, whoever they contact are the people who they probably respect the most or like the most. Probably respect the most, though.
Both, even.
Yeah. It's probably a combination, but.
Cam's right on this one.
No, I'm, you know, that's fine. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you.
No,
Yeah.
that's just my piece on that.
I also think that, talking about relationships, if you fuck up in a relationship, we're talking romantically here. If you cheat on somebody and you don't tell the other. First of all, if you cheat in a monogamous relationship, that's so disrespectful.
Well,
that's
obviously.
so fucking disrespectful.
I mean, that's like literally the height of disrespect. Because you're.
You're not like spitting on someone's grave is pretty.
Well,
bad.
yeah, but I mean, in
Or
terms of
peeing on somebody's grave, that's pretty. Or taking a shit on someone's grave.
oh yeah,
Anything on someone's grave that besides pouring out liquor or leaving flowers is very disrespectful.
If you die first, I'm pouring a bottle of Jameson on your grave.
I expect nothing less.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
that's respect.
Yeah.
But like, I think in terms of like escalation in a relationship to where you're doing fine and then you cheated on someone, it's like it's literally like, okay, we have this mutual trust, and now this mutual trust is broken, and also you find your physical pleasures more important than our
who's a great
relationship
example
in
of this?
general.
And James is gonna have to beep this, but
Oh yes, bro.
that's gonna get yoinked.
That's gonna get yoinked.
That's absolutely gonna get yoinked.
But we're talking about
But,
give
oh
a background
boy.
story.
Oh,
We're talking about a
let's
man.
But oh boy,
Woo! Let's go. All right.
oh boy is hella disrespectful.
Oh yeah. I mean, he literally put sex above his boys. He put sex above
His girls.
His girls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, multiple girls.
yeah.
You know who you are.
Well, they probably don't listen.
Yeah, they probably don't listen, but
I mean, if he does,
more like they know who.
and he had the awareness to know that this was him, he probably wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Or he would.
No, I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Said person is very deep in their feelings at times.
Well, maybe he's just shit. That's also possible.
He's just like emotionally selfish.
Yeah, he could just
yeah.
be shit.
You know what I mean?
You just be
And
shit.
that's
like,
back to respect.
Yeah, that's-
You think he respects anyone? Like really respects anyone?
I don't think. No. I
No.
don't think he has enough emotional. I don't think he. I think he's so. Yeah, you can hear me. He's so emotionally immature that
Yikes.
it just doesn't even.
It's like the opposite of me or Cameron.
Yeah, like it's like just.
The level of understanding isn't there.
Yeah, I think he's human. I really think
He's a fucker, literally.
so-
Haha.
He sees reality a bit differently. In terms of like, he puts himself first, and he believes he somehow construes that that's the right way to think. That your
Well, it's not
personal
just that,
feelings
it's
at the
that
time
he's
is
also
most
just
important.
So emotionally, like he's literally a child emotionally.
Hmm.
Emotionally, and every other, in a lot of other ways, he is a fucking child.
Yeah.
And I mean that with like no disrespect in terms of like, but bro, you are like you never advance past like the my toy, no mine like stage, like you know what I mean, like
I've seen that.
Well, that also brings
You
an
know what I
interesting
mean?
point. Is that I think the amount of respect you give someone is greatly tied to your maturity.
yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
It's a very good point.
Because I've noticed that there are a lot of intelligent people that don't necessarily give out the amount of respect, but wise people are the ones that are usually the most respectful.
Yeah. Being wise is I don't know. It's probably the best attribute you can have.
I know it is, because the thing is, being intelligent is good, but the best thing that you can do if you're intelligent or you think you're intelligent is realize how much you don't know.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And no matter how smart people are, the moment they start to think that they're way smarter than like everyone else,
Yeah.
is when all of a sudden they don't know they're fucking up,
Yeah.
but they're definitely fucking up.
When I was in middle school, I used to want to be. I wanted to be like, oh, I want to be the smartest guy in the room. I think I'm the smartest guy in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And now I know, at age 21, I don't know shit. I never knew shit, and I probably won't ever know shit.
And it's just, and I feel like it's a constant cycle of thinking you know things and then realizing that you know nothing.
Oh, and just getting slapped in the face.
Oh, by reality.
The one thing that I think I know the best, sports, I can barely ever predict.
Yeah.
You know?
You know? But especially in terms of like personal and romantic relationships, that is also like extremely important.
Yeah.
Like when dealing with conflicts and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
People that always think they're right are gonna have a shit relationship.
And that's because they don't have the kind of awareness to view the other argument in the lens of one that's not their own.
Yeah.
And that's back to like acknowledging somebody, which is back to respect.
Yeah, acknowledging someone as an individual. So
Exactly.
Delving into impersonal relationships, respect is a lot about recognizing that the other person is an individual equal to you in every regard.
Yeah.
And
No matter who they are.
no matter who they are equal to you in terms of they have
Unless they're Hitler.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. But they're capable of the same thoughts. They're
Fuck Hitler.
equally
But not actually, though. Not like Eva Braun.
okay. Fuck Hitler, but they're equally
Not like Eva Braun. Eva Braun. Sorry.
Where are we going?
You have to say that.
No, because you said something about Hitler, and then you were like, yeah, well, whatever. And then there was just this long silence of me just being like, oh, that's so bad that you just said like, oh, yeah, whatever.
I didn't say whatever.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
You did.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh-oh, Cameron's canceled.
When you came in with the fuck Hitler, I was like, thank God. So
Cameron's canceled, guys.
Oh.
I realized.
well, wait,
You heard it here first.
Canceled.
wait,
Cameron's
wait. But
canceled.
did you think I said that without thinking about it?
Cameron's
No.
canceled.
No, I said that totally intentionally.
I know
You said- I said, 'cause I'm thinking-
Bad.
Oh, I don't give a shit, right? Because I'm saying, look at people as individuals, right? So even if you're judging Hitler, don't look at who he is and what he did
Judge
objectively.
Goebbels was the mastermind.
I don't give a shit. It could be anyone. It could be Trump. It could be Hitler.
Mustache grower.
O'Donnell.
Whatever. Just like look at them as individuals and look at them objectively, and that's how you should make your decision, regardless of what you heard. That's just how. That's still respect, and that's also self-respect. Because you should know, you should give yourself the amount of respect to know about the situation that you're passionate about. That's all I'm gotta say. But yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah. I feel like I was saying something, then we got interrupted by Hitler. I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah, so
A
did
lot of things
Poland.
got interrupted by
Yeah,
Hitler.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, the Third Reich. Oh well.
Anyways, what was I saying? In terms of respect in personal relationships, knowing someone as an individual is paramount. I think that's where I left off, right?
You said, well, I think even before knowing someone, just being open to them
Yeah.
and just being like, all right, you're different. That's fine.
Yeah, and like realizing that you only realizing your subjective view. And I think very importantly, being willing to listen honestly, because a lot of people don't listen.
A lot of people hear.
They hear the information, but while they're hearing the information, they're already thinking about what they're going to respond to,
They're cobbling something together.
which has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
No.
And I think, this is a good exercise for people listening. If you are in a scenario where you're listening and you're not, and you respond to somebody without actually responding to what they're saying,
Oh yeah.
know that you're fucking up.
Yeah.
And you have to be conscious that you're not consciously thinking about a response while they're talking.
Yeah. You need to be listening to them.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
because-
Don't think about what you're going to say next. Listen to them.
Because if you really think about it, how can you be right in a scenario where you're not even in the same discussion?
Yeah.
You're not talking about the same thing. If you're passing each
You're just
other.
missing each other.
There's no point in talking
Whip.
at that point. And I think that's a big part of respect in personal relationships is if people
Having
are
the
willing
respect to listen.
to listen
Yeah.
and not just talk.
Yeah. Like we do. We talk a lot.
We do talk a lot, but I feel like
We appreciate those who listen.
I specifically listen a lot because I find listening is always going to be more important than talking.
I more meant the podcast.
Oh, podcast. Feel you. But when I'm around people, sometimes not sometimes. Most of the time I realize that I can learn a lot more by listening rather than talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Being perceptive. At like age 15, I decided I want to be more perceptive than I am now. Like I'm going to start looking at more things. I'm going to start not talking all the time. I'm gonna listen more. I mean, I still talk a lot.
Oh, I feel you, because I feel like I have things to say sometimes.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I made it a point, at that age to kind of be like, okay, let's notice things. I hate to talk about myself like that, but you know what I'm saying. I wanted to notice things. I wanted to, pick up on nuances or pick up on whatever. Just be perceptive.
Yeah, well, I think in terms of being respectful, a good first step forward is to listen first rather than talk first. I would say that's just a good thing.
Try and get an understanding.
Yeah, because
ask questions.
When you can
form your own ideas.
Talking to someone that you don't fully understand, which takes a while. Mm-hmm. You're not interpreting the information as well as you could. The more information you have, the more likely you are to interpret their words as more correctly.
Yeah.
And the better chance you have to respond in a way that's actually conducive to furthering the conversation.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. But I actually kind of wanted to talk about business a bit.
Okay.
Because at least I'm in a point right now as an artist where my personal
follow this man's art, buy this man's art. I'm telling you, do it now. I command thee.
Thank you. But
my plan Sears.
As
you like that?
I like that.
Like
plan
Sears?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But
it's a work in progress.
Work in progress.
Work in progress.
But
send in any ideas.
As I'm getting closer to graduation,
congratulations.
I'm realizing that my peers are also, while they may be my friends, are also my greatest business links in terms of
and it's so important to not mix the business and friendship pool.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't say that. I don't say I think it's impossible.
No. Just don't let the business interfere with the friendship or the friendship interfere with the business.
Well,
it will though.
It will.
But
so
I know, but that's when it gets hairy.
No, but there has to be a way to mediate it.
Oh, jeez. I hope that didn't get picked up.
What?
I farted.
Lol.
We wouldn't have known until
yeah.
Oh, really? So
there you go.
It was not picked up.
Colin farted.
I farted.
And but there has to be some sort of link in a way that you deal with people or some sort of method that prevents issues regarding that. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with respect. Because if you think about if you're working with somebody, going back to liked versus respect in a way, if you like someone versus if you know someone is capable, most people would rather work with the person that's capable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would say in the workplace, being respected is more important than being liked. I'm not sure if I said the opposite before, but I thought about it and I came to that conclusion.
All right, Mike Francesa.
But only in a situation where you're talking to someone that in the hierarchy is lower or equal to you. Because being capable to someone above you is cool, but you never want to be more capable than them. So it becomes a fine line rather than if they just like you, because you're just one of many capable people on your level, being liked then has a much higher value.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, it just goes back to the base level of respecting someone where you want to be treated or where you should treat everyone as you want to be treated.
For sure.
Whether that's in a relationship, workplace. I think that at an underlying level, that is the base. That is what respect is. Treating someone like you want to be treated.
Yeah. And also respecting their opinions and their autonomy. Shit like that. But point of it was that in the hierarchy of friends, you're usually considered equal. Versus in business, that can kind of shift. But how do you manage combining those two?
That's the question, right?
It's hard.
It's tough. And I think that with wisdom is kind of the best way to do it and go into it with the mindset of, okay, I am this is going to get tough, but as long as I compromise where I need to compromise and I don't compromise where I shouldn't compromise, then
You think it'll work out?
yeah, because respect is it's a give and go. Because if somebody isn't respecting you and you go along with that is setting a precedent then.
Oh, for sure. And I think a lot of this is about how transactional you want to make your relationships. So specifically, like in terms of business, when you're talking to somebody, that's a friend.
Yeah.
You don't want to always be the one that's receiving. So there has to be some, it's unfortunate, but like when you ask for a favor, you should also be willing to give something.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. Do
And
somebody a solid.
when in a friendship, when business gets involved, that needs to really be very important.
Well, I think it's in business. If you don't have an understanding with someone that, if you scratch my back, I'm going to scratch your back, then I think that can fray things.
Oh, yeah. Because you have to be, in a business, there has to be value that you're giving to the other person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm helping you out with this, or we're working on this, and in return, you're getting this. And I feel like sometimes when people think, or like, oh, we're friends, we can kind of push that aside, is when it gets dicey.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that happens, like, you got to really be careful, because then technically you're not respecting the person and you're using your friendship to kind of even that out.
Yeah.
And that never seems to work out at all. So in terms of managing business within friends, I think a lot of it is you have to kind of step away from being like, oh, well, you're my friend, so you can do this, and more view it as like a more transactional relationship in that sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think we're going to take a little break here, and we will be right back.
Sure.
I got shit. Paprika, then we'll do shitmas. Or what did you say, deucemas?
Deucemas.
Deucemas Eve.
I feel like also that's kind of a good part of the pod where we just we sit around and we try to figure out what to call it. I like that.
All right, well, we can keep spitballing then.
Yeah.
Somehow spitballing sounds worse. You're recording, by the way.
Oh, we're recording?
Oh, you're recording.
Oh, that's fine.
Got it.
When did it start recording?
When you heard the 3 clicks?
I didn't hear the 3 clicks.
Oh, well.
Yeah, all right.
You got to be on the vibration, bro. My knees.
All right. So, do you want to get into Paprika,
All right. So, we're going to be talking about Paprika,
the movie?
the movie, the animated movie,
2006?
2000 something.
7, right? 6, 7, one of those?
I mean, I could look it up, but
That's a year.
I think 2006.
I would say Tech Man, get on this, but my Wi-Fi is down.
I believe it is 2006.
2006?
But regardless.
Just go on IMDb.
It's in my notes.
Okay.
Just talk.
They got a reward. Montreal Festival of New Cinema.
Oh, that's a
Public Choice Award won by Satoshi Kon, who made the movie Paprika.
very nice.
Successfully won. Anyways, I suppose that's a good way to introduce Paprika. A great movie.
Great movie.
Also,
Visually stunning.
probably what inspired Inception.
Well, I thought you said it didn't inspire. It did inspire
It
Inception.
did. But like they're like no one's like confirmed it. They're not gonna
Oh,
be
it's just speculation.
it's like the same movie.
Well,
In
no,
terms
but
of, like-
but it is speculation.
Yeah. Paprika's better. What? But anyways, the plot of the movie, would you disagree?
Inception was really cool.
It was cool. It was cool. But
Like Inception was actually like one of the best movies of the past 20 years.
oh, you really think that?
Yeah. 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 The
Maybe.
the writing's great. Cinematography is awesome. The sets they build, it broke ground. Hans Zimmer on the fucking score. Like
That's true. No, you might be right. You might be right. But they didn't do it first.
I don't question the ways of Christopher Nolan. I just kind of let it happen.
I have seen Inception twice, and it has been equally good both times.
I've never watched it high. I would watch it high.
I've watched it high and not high, and it holds up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would watch it high.
You should watch Paprika.
I should, yeah.
Kiss Anime.
Yeah.
What do I have to do?
It's a website.
Just Google it.
Oh, okay.
But
You're giving me a trick.
yeah.
No.
Plot of Paprika. Basically, in the future, there is a machine called the DC Mini, which essentially allows people to see into another person's dreams, and is being used for therapy
Ooh.
on people, kind of illegally in the testing phase. Is being used for therapy on people. And the main character, what was her name again? Chiba. Yeah, she's the one doing the psychotherapy, and her alter ego in the dream world is named Paprika. And basically, someone takes the DC Mini and
Yoink.
starts fucking with people. He starts putting people into dreams involuntarily, like without their consent. And there begins the plot of the movie. As the
It's like
dream
Sleep a Soul.
sequence starts to merge with reality.
Okay.
That's basically what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dream world reality one thing. Some Far Side type shit.
Yeah. But it's like super trippy. Like the parade, there's like this parade of like objects that are like
And toys.
turned into living beings that
They're
are
just marching down the street with this great ass catchy beat that just like lives on in my head.
it's permanently etched into my brain.
Yeah.
But
It's like the song from Halloween 3.
for sure.
Damn.
It's like
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? The non-Michael Myers Halloween, where the guy's like making the masks to like kill kids. You never seen Halloween 3? Oh. It's all right.
yeah.
But there is a really catchy like commercial in it that like just is forever in my brain.
I feel you. But I think the interesting part about Paprika, which is the exploration of like the subconscious, like who people are in their subconscious compared to like who they are in
On
the
the
real
surface.
world
Yeah.
is was like a very interesting dynamic that
Yeah.
they were working with, especially with Paprika herself versus Chiba.
And do you want to just explain the difference between Chiba and Paprika?
Well, like Paprika would be all of Chiba's like inner thoughts, as well as it's a different character. It's like a different persona. So while Chiba basically created Paprika, Paprika has her own personality and her own beliefs and stuff like that.
She's sentient.
She is sentient. But it brings an interesting dynamic in which Paprika and Chiba are trying to achieve different goals. But Paprika has knowledge of Chiba's subconscious while Chiba does not. And it kind of just brings into thought the importance of dreams and our subconscious, and sometimes how resistant we are to the things that we already know about ourselves to be true. I feel like that's like something that I thought about while I was watching the movie.
Yeah. So my favorite things about this movie, I thought the illustration was phenomenal.
Oh, for
There
sure.
are just some shots that are so clear, and the detail and the work put into this movie is just very apparent. It's truly something that you look at and you're like, wow, just love went into this movie.
Oh, for sure. Like they had a vision
Yeah.
and they went for it.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
100%.
Yep. And the sound design is great. There's good score. I don't know. So I was not paying attention throughout the entire movie because I was watching other people in the house play League of Legends because I truthfully have never watched a match of League of Legends until then. So, yeah, I was experiencing something new. And then I experienced Paprika. And the second half of Paprika, it was pretty easy to pick up on what was going on. Still great, you know? even not seeing the first part, I was still pretty invested and, satisfied with the movie.
For sure. Was there anything that stood out to you? Even in compared to like American movies or movies that you usually watch?
I just think the color palette was so vibrant, especially in dream sequence. So when the real world and the dream sequence started to combine, the way they mixed the kind of darker palette of the real world and the brightness of the other palette.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
It was definitely dope.
Yeah,
and also like how they would switch seamlessly.
Yeah.
Between like dream and reality,
and you wouldn't know
increasingly quickly as the
Yeah.
movie got to its climax was like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like
and
there were-
then by the end it's like, the fuck is going on?
yeah, there were a few times in the movie where I was like, holy shit, what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like it was like intentional.
Yeah. And then it'll come back around and get you.
And you're like, oh, that makes total sense. It's like, yeah, it was kind of surreal. Very like an interesting experience with some like really like strange undertones that you
Yeah.
had to like kind of pick up on at times that were just like, you're like, holy shit, that's some weird stuff.
So, if you'd like to check out this movie, Paprika, I'm pretty sure you can buy it on Amazon, or you could watch it on Kiss Anime,
Or whatever anime site.
or whatever anime
Yeah.
streaming site you use. We would recommend subbed because we're pricks. Subbed versus dubbed. So subbed is subtitled, but there's still Japanese audio. Dubbed is when it's just English audio.
Yeah, in other words, like subbed is for people that are cultured,
Ooh.
while dubbed is for peasants. No, I'm playing. But like
The only reason I like subbed better than dubbed is because sometimes studios don't animate dubbed,
yeah, the mouths don't move the same.
and the mouths don't move the same, and it looks fucking weird.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like Naruto, like the one that.
Oh, dubbed Naruto is pretty good.
Dubbed Naruto is pretty good.
It's
yeah.
Wild Fugazi to me because it's like this guy speaking in an American like accent, and it's like, but it's like, yo, this is Naruto, like with the like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's just
I will defeat you.
that's just English. That's just English anime voice actors.
yeah, honestly, like the dubs are
That's-
just usually pretty bad, which is why I just
yeah,
watch sub. They're
like-
just usually pretty bad.
I will say I do prefer dubbed Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Goku's voice sounds nasty in Japanese.
Yeah.
And I'm not
Cell sounds better.
No disrespect to the voice actor because she's been doing the voice acting for Goku since he was a kid.
Yeah.
So they've just literally used her
Since Dragon Ball.
throughout. So I
Yeah.
understand like but I mean like at the same time I don't want to listen to it. So
No, same here.
also
Go-
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, amazing dub.
Amazing dub.
Also amazing anime.
that British robot.
Top 3
you know the
anime of all
vibes.
time.
Yeah,
I would say
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't watch
like
anime,
anime.
and even I've watched Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Brotherhood,
Brotherhood.
Full Metal
Sorry,
Alchemist.
sorry,
Brotherhood.
sorry.
Different show.
I meant I. It's okay. It's okay to be lost.
Yeah.
If these are just recommendations. Anyway, Paprika. Score out of 10. What do you give it?
Score out of 10, I would give 8.5.
Wow, that high?
I would
8.5 is high.
somewhere between 8 and 8.5.
I was gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
You're gonna give 7?
I
It's still pretty good.
7. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like 7 is still like a very good.
I would
movie.
give it an 8. I would give it an 8.
Wow.
I'll give it an 8.
That is high praise from Cameron.
give it an
I'm
8.
very surprised.
Because I feel like if the next time I watch it, I will be watching like it'll feel like I'm watching a different movie.
If you say so.
That's just
All right. Now it's time for Merry Doocemas. We are giving you guys a Christmas present talking about some of our embarrassing stories. We're not quite set on the name Merry Doocemas. We've talked about Shitmas,
Deucemas Eve.
Doocemas Eve. What was yours again?
Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. That one feels a little more disrespectful though.
I wifed a Jewish woman. I have a menorah in my house.
I don't know if that's an excuse, but
It's not an excuse, but I feel like it gives me some leeway. She can make Irish jokes.
maybe. Well, isn't she also part Irish?
No,
Oh, okay.
none.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That's the dynamic.
That's the
See?
dynamic. That's their thing. Anyway,
Equal respect.
Cameron, do you have a story for us?
Thank you.
Your stories are probably going to be.
So he's got to go last.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll close out.
You gotta
or open the floodgates. But anyways, my story is definitely that was a missed joke. My stories are definitely gonna be more reserved.
I just stared at you at that one.
I don't really have like a really good deuce-miss.
Well, it's not. It doesn't have to be about shit. It's just embarrassing.
Oh, embarrassing?
Like one that's bad.
Bad. Well, one of you can go first because I haven't even thought about it. I was just thinking of like a
No,
shit
he
story.
can't go first.
Oh, you can go first then.
I can't. Well, hold on. Let me say this. Our friend Cameron over here is of the opinion that he's never shit
Well, I just don't
his
remember.
pants.
That is actually something he said.
I don't
He said-
remember.
No, you said I've never done it.
I have no recollection.
Just like Bill Clinton. Doesn't mean you didn't do it.
Oof.
Really? But have you pissed your pants?
I have.
Do you have a good pissing your pants story?
isn't as funny because it's
yeah.
easy cleanup.
Well, I was on a
It
bus.
depends on how you do it. That's pretty good.
Bus?
I was on a
He was
bus.
on a bus. Listen.
That's good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah. It was also like I feel like. Yeah, I was in like 3rd grade, and I was coming home, and my elementary school bathroom was nasty. It was bad. Some kid got pissed on, like that bad.
Yikes.
Yeah, like pushed into a urinal. And
Real
pissed
quick,
on
real
him.
quick. What's your opinion on public toilets?
Atrocious.
Like never?
Oh, if I have to,
Yeah.
But-
what yours is.
Huh?
What your opinion is.
we'll get into that.
Well, no, I'm there too if I have to.
But like
You toilet
I
paper
just
the
don't
you toilet paper the seat?
Oh, I just don't shit in public toilets generally.
Oh, if I have to, you know,
How
No.
public are we talking? Prospect Park public or
I
the Pavilion public? Like, what level of?
I have used the restrooms at Prospect Park before.
Say, multiple times.
You just put the toilet paper on the seat.
Never done it.
And then if there's a lid, you close the lid because you don't. That's an acid rain effect coming back at you.
Ugh.
You don't want that.
See, I just clench like a warrior and waddle my way home.
I don't take that risk. I don't take that
There are
risk.
times when you can't clench and get away with it.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
times where if you clench, it just means it's coming out harder and faster.
Oh God.
There used to be times where like okay, tell your story.
My story? When I pissed myself on a bus?
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah. I was just on my way home.
Mary
Didn't use the
shitless.
bathroom because I was dumb and the bathroom smells like shit. Because public schools in Brooklyn. And
You wouldn't piss and
well, the thing is, you had to leave the line, and there was like a bunch of niggas in there. Like, nigga got pissed on. I'm not taking that risk. You want to get pissed on?
no.
Yeah. You know what happened? His mom had to come to school with a new change of clothes, and she didn't bring him shoes because she thought he was being stupid.
Pissed on him.
This nigga named Addis. Well, I shouldn't say his name. Oh, well, you know what matter? He's
Just
probably not
yoink
listening.
it.
Nigga named Addis pissed on this nigga named Joshua because he stepped on his music instrument. He was like, "You stepped on my instrument? You're gonna have to pay for it." And he's like, "I'm not gonna pay for it." And he's like, "You will." And he got shoved and pissed on publicly.
Bro, that is some fucking.
That is some fuck shit.
That is some Animal Kingdom shit. Like,
That is yeah.
I
This is
would
my
sh-
territory.
That is pure asserting dominance. Because you got to think in that situation, what do? You can't slap it out the way. Like, I don't know. You just gotta
You close your mouth.
You gotta make sure nothing gets in.
Unbelievable.
you just gotta survive.
Just close all orifices.
That's just unfortunate. Regardless, I was on
Yeah.
the bus, 41 bus, on the way to like Flatbush, and we were like maybe like 3/4 of the way there, and I was like, I have to use the bathroom, and they're like, can you wait? And I was like, no.
Wait,
They're
this
like,
is this on a? Oh my god! You asked like the bus driver? Like,
no. I asked my babysitter at the time.
Oh.
And she was like, "Can you wait till the next stop?" I was like, "Probably not." And they were like, and as soon as the bus stopped, they're like, "Okay, we're gonna get off." I was like, "We should just stay on." They're like, "Why?" I was like,
Did that shit like was it
too
pooling on
late.
the ground?
It was not pooling.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, and then I had to use like my winter coat to shield the.
Oh, what
dripping
weather
mess.
was this?
This was like really cold, which means.
You had frozen pee on you.
And I was also wearing sweatpants.
What were they? Were they?
They were black sweatpants. Don't worry.
Okay, it
was
that's
survivable.
black. Like if they were gray sweatpants or any other
But
shade.
realize I was talking out loud. I'm a child,
No, yeah.
so
We shouldn't get off now. I just no.
it's too late. That's all everyone heard. It's too late.
to apologize.
I did it.
Yeah, deadass.
Yeah. So that was kind of embarrassing. Kind of really embarrassing.
All right, Jimmy Batts has a story for us. Merry Shipmas, James.
Thank you. And a happy Doosmas to you too, Colin.
Happy Doosmas Eve,
Happy new shits. Happy new shits Eve to you, and happy.
better than that.
Yeah, we can.
We'll figure something.
We'll figure something out. We'll
Yeah.
get it. Happy Doosmas to you too, Cameron.
Happy Deucemas, bro.
Thank you, and happy Hanukkah. I'm sticking with it.
You're sticking with it.
I'm doubling down.
Go for it, bro.
I've learned it from Michael Jordan. Just double down when you got to. All right. So this is a story of how I first.
is better there.
Ooh,
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, he bet on sports, or he bet on his own games.
That's true.
Double down.
But Michael Jordan's the wild, degenerate gambler.
He is.
So I feel like that's why it was appropriate.
No, you're right. You're good.
So this is the story of how I first got to see Toy Story.
How old were you?
God, I don't know. I don't know how old I was. I was young. Toy Story had come out. This is VHS days. Okay. VHS days. So this must have been when 2005 maybe 2004. When VHS was still kind of popping. Yeah. It wasn't popping, but it was around, and then DVDs were around, but they were more expensive, so you get the VHS. But then
I feel you.
you see what I'm saying? Anyway, I'll move the story along. So I had I think I was in kindergarten or something like that, and we were going on it was nice out, and we were going on a field trip. You know what I mean? We're going on a field trip, and we're going to the park. I get there, they give you that little kindergarten, I'm wearing this so nobody snatches me, neon shirt. Vest. Not even the neon vest, the shirt, with the name of the place and camper or whatever. It might have been summer camp, actually. So I'm wearing that. I'm all fresh. So everything I'm wearing is clean.
For now.
For now. And I'm and this is at early in the morning. I'm I kind of my stomach feels funny. But you know what? I do not want to ruin this perfect day at the park. I've got my lunch bag. I got my little box of soda or whatever the hell it was, or box of juice. I'm cool.
Box of juice.
And we're going, and we, and everything's cool. So I feel this early on, and I'm I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna do this. You know what? And it goes away. I'm all right, I'm cool. And I feel pretty much normal for the rest of the day. And we're playing around, so it's you eat lunch, you're doing mad games, you're jumping around. Anyway, we were in Prospect Park. You know where the hill with all the behind the mansion?
Yes,
that
I know
hill
exactly where you are.
that with the with that fucking house on it?
Yeah.
That has the bathrooms and everything?
Mm-hmm. I feel
the
you.
Audubon house?
The Audubon, yeah.
And we're on one of those hills, and you know how those hills are mad steep. So it's mad fun to roll down on the hills.
And sled.
Yeah. But of course, it being summer, no sledding. So we all decide, wouldn't it be fun if we roll down the hill? And I'm I'm with it. So I start rolling down and so I'm we're rolling down the hill, and on my first go, I'm rolling down the hill, and I'm feeling a little queasy as I'm going down the hill, and I hit a rock or something. I don't know what the fuck I hit, but I hit a bump. And all I know is that after that, I started shitting diarrhea all over myself as I'm rolling down the hill. As I'm going down, and I'm not stopping because I'm not fully aware of what's happening. So and all I know is I'm a lot warm downstairs. I want work. And I'm
rolling.
And I'm spraying.
The shit is literally hitting the fan.
And the shit is hitting the fan. It is going up me, and I get up at a certain point. And I've got it. It's,
you have shorts on, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's in your shirt too.
Yeah.
Drip.
And it was to the point where I was just standing there covered in shit.
Oh,
And no one knew what to do with me, so they called my mom, and my mom came by and grabbed me, and she felt so bad. She was like, let's get Toy Story on VHS. And
what a con.
Yikes.
yeah, she was like, they're just gonna go home, and like, she had to like get plastic bags and like made me like sit in the bags, like, and like sit that. So that's my contribution to Deucemas. That me shitting. Imagine young James shitting all over a hill, and probably on some of my friends too. And rolling.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, to see it,
A lot of E. coli.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roly poly E. coli.
Roly poly E. coli.
E. coli. All right.
That shit works. All right, so I guess it's my turn to close this out. What are we at right now?
You're like an hour.
We're at an hour. That's perfect. So, I don't know if anybody knows this, but having anxiety can sometimes like make you have to shit like really bad, especially if you have bad anxiety. Like sometimes it's like you took a laxative.
Evacuation.
No, seriously. Yeah. You just like one moment you're fine, and the next moment it's like, oh, okay, it's time. So when I was in high school, I dealt with some bad anxiety, and about my, I think, freshman year, I was in JROTC. And if you don't know what JROTC is, it's pretty much like a high school army regiment type thing. Obviously, there's no combat or anything, but you do formations. You have uniforms. You can join different teams, like guys who do like tons of push-ups and stuff like that. That's literally a thing.
Really?
Yeah. There's also guys who perform with the guns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But they're not real guns. But they still like perform with like these 20-pound fake rifles.
Nice.
So it's pretty impressive.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and there's also color guard, which are the guys with the flags. Like you go to a sports game or something, you see the guys with the flags.
I thought that was the thing that you put in the wash so that your colors don't.
Hilarious. No, that's called color guard, because they're guarding the colors. Anyway, so I was in ROTC my freshman year, and I believe every Friday we had to be in school early for inspection. And so that meant I had to leave my house at about 6:30. And on this day, I was feeling particularly filled with anxiety. And
More than anxiety.
yeah, more than super anxiety. So I was on the train, and at a certain stop, I just realized, like, okay, if I cross the bridge now, like, I will probably shit myself. So I get off at this stop, and I knew for a fact that there was a bathroom there. So I go into the bathroom, and it's probably now like 6:50. I go into the bathroom, and there's somebody in the stall. And I really have to shit. And evidently this person is not leaving the stall soon. I'm assuming it's somebody shooting up or somebody passed out on the fucking toilet seat. Fantastic. But there's a urinal.
Readily available.
You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. That's all I'm going to say. So, I didn't drop my pants to my ankles. I kept them shits as close as possible.
Also, an army uniform, by the way.
Yeah, this isn't full Class A dress uniform.
So that's the green uniform.
That's the
with all
green
like,
uniform.
lapels
I have my rank on me. I have my nameplate on me.
That's the best detail.
I have
Oh my God.
I have like my ribbons on me. Everything's there. And then somebody opens the door and like immediately shuts it. I'm like, oh, sorry.
They just see you just.
Can you imagine like, just like a just
soldier?
somebody just squatting over like
the one urinal.
the one fucking urinal in that bathroom.
Just vigorously shitting.
Yeah, essentially.
Oh.
So, it wasn't my proudest. It wasn't my proudest day. But you know what?
Bad day for the
I didn't.
ROTC.
Oh, it was a bad day for the ROTC though, and it was a bad day for the janitor of that room.
And you also just gave that
How do you
guy
clean a
story
urinal?
for life, whoever just saw you.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be like,
You clean a urinal
Tattered.
with a scrub.
oh, that's so
That's
tough.
so
You
unfortunate.
can't scrub that.
No, you can't scrub that.
You know what they had to do, dude?
They had to take it out with their fucking hands, bro.
I know
You
for
think-
a fact,
oh,
bro. I've had
no.
to clean out bathrooms, bro. That is what they have
Ah.
to do. You can't. There's not enough power in that toilet to flush that shit down.
I'm
And
s-
even then, they've got the little panel that goes over the thing, so
Yeah.
you can't let anything get into the urinal.
yeah.
Yeah, it's there for
They've
people
gotta
like
get
you.
that out at first, anyway, just even flush it down.
I would just like to apologize to the MTA. I guess this is why my subways often get delayed, or it's your poor infrastructure.
I think because you took a shit in the urinal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
we can
know.
all blame it on you,
I know.
Sounds
probably.
like it happens to you
It
a lot.
I'm
sure it went.
it
to
doesn't
two-
happen.
I'm sure it went to 275 like that day.
You bastard!
I know.
They're like,
it
"There's
was
shit in your
it's
urinals now?"
my fault.
That's an extra 25 cents.
So I don't know. I just that Merry Christmas. Like enjoy that.
Oh.
Those lovely stories
I have a
from
final
all of
story
us.
to tell, actually,
Oh, you got one?
because
You got a quick one?
I got a quick one.
Yeah, please.
Because it was actually kind of recent, as
Okay.
in like maybe about a week ago, in which if you guys, there are actually probably some people listening that are from my African art class, but I am actually I'm usually late to that class.
Mm-hmm.
But on this particular day, being finals where I had to present, I was on time
Nice.
and fully ready.
You were on time leaving.
I was on time leaving.
Yeah.
Fully dressed, got about flight down the stairs, and
Is this at your mother's apartment or your father's house?
at my mother's apartment,
Got you.
and I had to run back up.
Oh, those are the best when you catch them though.
I caught it, and you're in there, and I left again, and then I had to go back. So
That's what happens when you eat fish. Just kidding.
lol. Anyways,
I eat fish a lot.
I was about an hour late to my final.
Wow. You lost an hour on 2 shits?
Yeah.
That's with
it
a
was
final?
No, it was like the runs. It was like there was.
Were you
no
like
hope.
hugging where is it like where you're holding on? You're strapped in like you're on it like you're fucking headed to the moon.
Can't take much more, Captain!
It was more like I had my hand over my forehead like the thinker, and I was like, please let it end. Please let it stop so I can go to class.
There's times where like you ever just like you're just on there for a while and you're just like you feel so gross after that you just like you take all your clothes off while you're on the toilet and you just get in the shower right after.
Oh, that's exactly what I did.
100%.
I was an hour
Yeah.
late because I had to cleanse myself.
yeah.
And I was like, I'm not
I need to cleanse my
not
soul.
coming to class shitty. And then presenting.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
But I gave a pretty good presentation.
There you go.
So there you go.
There you
no
go.
no shit stains.
No shit in my drawers.
Yeah.
That's all
I was
you
good.
need.
Clean slate.
All right. That's it for the Plan C podcast this week. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry
wanna-
Christmas.
Merry Deucemas too. Just wanted to thank the both of you for your hard work and dedication. Couldn't have done this without you guys.
Thanks, man.
This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, you guys. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, all of those. Patreon.
Oh,
please
send us your shit stories.
Yeah. You know what? Send us some shit stories.
Yeah,
please. We would love to.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a mailbag episode at some point.
Oh, for sure. We'll definitely have to read.
But we have
the
to get
best
mail
one
first.
back.
We have to get mail to do a mailbag episode.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
We can also just print out emails and tweet in DMs.
We haven't gotten a single DM.
Well, if you're listening, why don't you just DM us with your best shit story? And then we'll do a mailbag.
It'll be anonymous.
That's what we're saying. Yeah, unless you
Unless you wanna own that
Yeah,
shit.
unless you want to own it.
Literally.
Like we did.
Yeah.
All right.
We own our shit over on this side.
Exactly. That is it from us. Have a great Christmas and have a great New Year because this is the last pod before the New Year. Woo! Happy New Year 2020. Here we come. I hope 2019 has been great for everyone. It's been pretty fun for us.
2020 will be better.
Exactly. Love you guys.
See ya.